remember Fund Me TT and Iwer George. Iwer Stage presents Worship with JARON Nurse this evening at 8 p.m. Join us and be a part of it. Don't miss out on this one at Trinidad and Tobago. This one you have to be a part of because you know what I'm saying. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be epic. It's going to be off the chain, as the young people would say. So you have to be a part of it with JARON Nurse this evening, 8 p.m. All right?
Yeah, man. I know you're going.
So we're doing our
brothers and my sisters that going through all this.
We're doing. Oh gosh, hey, Biggs, you're not easy, you know, boy. What going on with you, boy? What going on with you? Sit down now. I want to ask you a question. What going on with? Come now. What going on with you? What really going on with you? Yeah.
What you Google? Welcome back. Let me say first of all, welcome back. You know, I'm glad to see that you're fully recovered and Yeah. As I was listening to everybody saying that you threw off a few pounds, but I see it.
You must see it. You must see it. I don't expect you to see it.
Of course not.
Your eye big, you know.
Exactly.
Everybody political party you support. All they don't see things, you know.
Of course we does.
No, they don't.
Yes, we does.
They don't. So what's your view on listen to what I'm saying specifically, because you know you just go off.
Google, why you tried to put me in the hot seat this afternoon? I have work to do in a Google. Unlike some people, I work it.
Your mic off?
It off? Google. You see that?
What's your thoughts on these abusive fellas and them, boy? Well, abusive.
Well, I don't tolerate abuse on the whole. So it's a no-no for me.
Right.
Both sides, whether it's male
or female.
Right. Because there are a lot of females out there as well who is abusive. They may not be physically abusive. They might be mentally, verbally. Or they you know,
we shouldn't laugh at that.
No, but it's real. It's reality.
Yeah, there's the women who are really
but
verbal.
Across the board,
yeah,
paint with a broad brush. It's not to be tolerated.
How would you, if a partner were to come up to you and say, you know, Biggs, or you know a partner who just hit his girlfriend, what will you do?
Well, I think the best thing I would try to do is talk him out of it. And the best advice I could give him is to walk away.
Okay.
To walk away, because in rage and in anger and sometimes emotions, we as human beings, we tend to make, you know, the anger get the better of us now.
Right. But you know that some fellas walk away and kill themselves, and you know.
Well, that's a different take to the because that leads into depression. And a few weeks ago, I had a little discussion about mental illness here. And that's a whole different
but there's
topic by itself.
And there are some people who believe that the men that are abusive are mentally ill.
It's possible. It's possible because, let me tell you something. Mental illness has different forms. There are different types of mental illness. And that's why I said it's a different topic. And a different avenue we could take.
So then that and you know, just saying that the men need to stop it and the men need to this and the men this and the men that, I think we need to start to be real as a nation and look at it from a mental illness. From
a holistic point. Not just mental and spiritual as well, too.
Yeah, but I feel mental is a realistic view.
And I could say, Google, we in Trinidad and Tobago, we are far from dealing with mental illness.
Well,
we are far from dealing with mental illness in Trinidad and Tobago. We are functioning mad as a population.
You functioning mad?
I'm just saying.
Actually, you.
I'm just saying.
I
am not mad. And it's not even mad.
Oh, it is.
It's mental illness. There are different forms of mental illnesses.
So you don't think that sometimes you just function?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, you see? But
as a population, it have a lot of people that are functioning mad.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are depressed right now and walking the streets like they're normal, but they're depressed. Well, you can't see mental illness.
But you know, you said that we are far from it. And a first world country like the UK that believes that they deal with it, still far from it.
Exactly, because it's something that you can't see with your...
It's just like COVID.
Yeah, you can't
it's
see
just
it.
like COVID.
You can't see that with your bare eyes. But it's there because a lot of people, in some way or the other, and the closest thing to, to paint it, or I should say, is depression. To bring it to one of the closest, because
But
a
how
simple
do you
thing
know
as
when
somebody
you-
just walking away from a relationship could suffer from depression.
Of course, but how-
Simple as dealing with COVID today could
You-
suffer from depression.
But you know how, but you know how some people deal with depression though.
Well, some people use some
Alcohol.
alcohol or
And the
drugs.
bars are closed.
Well, they're not closed.
Yeah, well, some people say that based on how they function and they close.
Yeah, because you can't sit down and have a
Yeah,
drink. And a lot of people tend
and
to go
that's
by a
also-
bar to sit down
with
and
a
drink.
partner
And chit chat
vent.
and drink. Yeah.
And then go home, and when you know that the woman's sleeping, and say, right, that deal with that.
Yeah. Some people use a bar as a form of dealing with some of the problems.
Some people use church,
Yeah.
but
The
yes-
right ones.
Yeah, but even though you say you're using church, and you're not dealing with the issue properly, it's just a front.
That is what I said. The right one. The
So-
right churches. Because let me tell you something. A lot of people go in church for help, and they somewhere or the other be criticized. Some people criticize them. Because whether you like it or not, church is a hospital. Church is a hospital.
Yeah, but there's some hospitals that don't have everything.
Exactly. But,
So who you blame for that? Who you blame for that?
but, see, you're trying to put me up.
No, I ain't trying to
You're trying to put me up.
No, but your church have everything?
No, it's not.
No, your
none of us churches have everything.
Well, right. And,
Because there's
but-
always lacking. None of us is
right,
perfect.
Right. No, I hope you know that. I hope you know that.
Oh, of course I know
Right.
that.
Okay. All right.
That is why we could sit down and have a conversation today.
Anyway, so I'm gonna do my appraisal
And I go in and do.
Yeah, I think you need to leave the
I
room.
go and put
based
some
on
music
my-
on the system. And
Yeah,
stuff.
I think you need to leave the room as I do my appraisal.
Yeah, you do your appraisal on Double G now.
Yeah, yeah. So
Motor mouth.
I don't. You see, all that disrespectful, and when the man disrespectful,
Why
all they say,
What did I say?
when you call the man motor mouth. When the man if the man you see, they just really do some things, eh? So listen to me. Listen to me.
I go in.
Yeah. I
Right.
think you need to do that. I think
I'm
you
gonna
need
do
to
my work now.
So we
Do
go.
your appraisal on Double G now.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm starting it today. I might be able to finish it, but I'm starting it today.
You surely won't be able to finish it.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago. I see I have a caller on the line. Caller, call me back because I'm going to start my appraisal on Mr. Gary Griffith. So, Mr. Gary Griffith would have gotten the post of Commissioner of Police on, let me tell you when. So he got the position as Commissioner of Police. All right. He went for the interview, passed the interview, and would have gotten the position in I'll just tell you. All right, so Gary would have gotten the position, and there were some people who were for it and some against. I was for it because I believe that Commissioner Gary Griffith would have been, a very suitable candidate for the position of Commissioner of Police. So I thought that it was a very good choice. There were some people, I remember distinctly Miss Carol, I believe it was, and some others who were saying no, let this guy, what's his name? Wayne Hain, be the Commissioner of Police. And there's some people who were saying that they don't think that Gary would have made a good choice. I remember Miss Rhoda Barath. Yes, somebody who I will have on the phone line. I'll try to get on the phone line because, there's some people who are saying that all that Rhoda would have warned us about where Gary Griffith is concerned is now coming to pass as Gary as commissioner. We have had several instances, or we have had some situations and instances that took place that made people really wonder and question this whole decision that was made to put Mr. Gary Griffith in position. Remember, Mr. Griffith would have come out of the political arena and threw his hat in the ring for commissioner, and some people were saying that he would have made it political. Some people would have had issues, some people would have taken issues with the way that he would have dealt with certain cases that would have been or being investigated by the police service. One being that I had a pet peeve with was the way he dealt with the Cambridge Analytica. I realized during the election time, they would have had another press conference saying that they did not close the case, which kind of made me raise my eyebrows a little bit. Also, we were looking at situations, how he handled situations. Seeing where he has this real issue with dealing with the media, and I always say that the media could make you or break you. And I recognize that Gary would have had his runnings with the media, Dennis Wren and others. We're still having issues with the media up to today. And we see where early in his stint as the commissioner, Gary would have did a raid in the West. And when he did that raid, a lot of people tipped their hat off and said, hey, commissioner working man. You know, he's not just dealing with, the ground, but he's also dealing with the white collar crime. And people really kind of tipped their hat off to him and said, the commissioner is working. But when we looked at the murder toll, it didn't go down. When we look at different things that were happening in Trinidad and Tobago, we were still questioning and wondering, okay, when is this going to be really effective, where Gary would be able to bring down the number of murders and stuff like that. Then COVID-19 would have stepped in this year. And, several issues came out. The way he spoke the first time when he spoke about the issue with the closure of banks, and the Prime Minister would have said what he had to say, and then he would have come back and said what he had to say. And then we had other issues with Dr. Paras Rahman, his statements to Dr. Paras Rahman. Then we close off by other issues, and it keep on going on and on. But my question to you today is, what are your thoughts, and how would you rate Commissioner Gary Griffith based on his performance thus far?
Blow my storms away.
342-0081 771-1791 466-5391. You can send me a voice notes on 771-1791 466-5391. I'm already seeing people on the phone line, so when you get through, hold the line. I have you holding, so please don't come off. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I give Gary 100%, because Gary is just one man compared to how much people in the country and doing the wrong thing. And Gary trying his best. And it's a topic about Gary. That's why you know what happened. He's taking a holiday. Let me see who name they go call.
All right, thank you very much.
No, I ain't done so.
Well, I don't have much time. Again, it's already 1:30. So
and you now start.
Yeah, go ahead.
You now start and you say no, you have much time, and some people just call up and only talk stupidness, and they'll get about 15-20 minutes to talk. People like Kingsley.
All right. But make your closing remarks then.
Well, I love Gary, so it's one shot, one kill.
Okay.
I love Gary, how Gary operating, and everybody only bashing Gary. Gary just one man. Where the rest of people to deal with the situation. And Gary is the whole police force, the whole army, the whole coast guard, everybody doing wrong. That bag of money is, they say, drugs money. It's alleged. Bye.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon once more, Pastor Google.
Yes, sir.
Yes, just before I get a brief statement about the commissioner, I just wanted to say, Biggs is right. I think I know there are different types of mental illness. We all know. Some people are not aware of it. I am bipolar. But people who are bipolar, not all are. There are various types of bipolar. And bipolar people, some of them use it the right way. Eric Williams, for instance, Winston Churchill. You have Walt Disney. A lot of people had bipolar. People like Dr. Bobron came and was Eric Williams' psychiatrist. I used to see a psychiatrist. But only in Trinidad, people call it mad, but there are different forms of mental illness. There's also the schizophrenia, schizophrenia, and those people could have both bipolar and schizophrenic. I think, Pastor Google, I don't want to direct you on your show, but I believe a psychiatrist like Dr. Hutchinson or Dr. Chong should come in and talk about it. On a local front, they are local psychiatrists, and they will let you know. But coming with the depression, when people are suicidal, those are the ones who get into sadness, deep depression, and so on. But some people, like myself, I overcame. I used to suffer with anxiety, but I did it the correct way. I mean, look, I went on to win 3 national, 3 song festivals, and there's a stigma people put to it, But I know I operate quite normally. I'm no longer on medication 3 years now, and I'm operating fine because I took prevent measures that will, make sure I have proper sleep, my diet, everything. I have to do with a lot of things, It could be genetic as well.
All right.
But anyway, coming to Gary, I just wanted to say the commissioner, I felt he's doing a good job. He's a little oversensitive. I think people blow a lot of things out of proportion, and they shouldn't have included his son by saying things about how he can't play football. That has nothing to do with Gary. Gary's son is a different individual, and I hear people bringing up his family, and I find that is wrong, But other than that, he is a very hard-working person. I mean, I know the person is like he does work like about 30. If there was 35 hours in a day, he would do that. But as human, we all make flaws. I think sometimes he oversteps. He's not the only one. I know people in office, at the highest office, may say things out of time, both in opposition and in the leadership. But he's capable of making, decisions and saying things beforehand. And sometimes it contradicts himself. But anyway, I just wanted to say that, but I do think a psychiatrist should come in, and the police service, especially those people who are directly dealing with weapons and so on, there should be a comprehensive mental and social thing given to those officers, especially when they're in the line of duty and they're seeing that people die.
Thank you, caller.
Okay,
hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I am not pleased.
You're not pleased?
See, no, I'm not 100%. You know why?
Tell me.
You see, when these people, and then when the party is you, and they didn't show the face and all of them things, but the people on Silas was able to show the face, was able to chant on a video and sing about him and all them things. And let me tell you something. From the minute I saw Mr. Gary Griffith in a breakfast meeting with these business people, I raised an eyeball. Look at what took place last night. They get some guns in a warehouse. Up to now, me here the owner charge. Just here, they get some cookies and Chinese and Venezuelans in a club. Me here the owner charge. Me here the club closed down. Me here nothing. You see, when you're not affected, especially Trinidadians, they just sit their side.
So what about the layman on the street and the things them just go through with police officers? And when they come in the average person's house, they just kick down your door. If they find a gun in your house, they just carry down everybody. If they find a gun in a big shot person, most of the time, you doesn't even see the person's face on the TV. You doesn't even know the name. I am not pleased. You see the same thing. I remember when the surgeon called City down there. A few months after, I saw Gary Gifford on the news explain to the people why he searched the place. So I am not pleased because you're not affected. You say that you're pleased. How many of them who talking here now, who called to give this big lecture? Have they ever any family member get murdered? Nobody ain't talk about the family. Nobody ain't know nobody get killed. So you're so pleased because none of your family get killed. Nobody was murdered. This is why Trinidad is the way it is. And if Tobago close a blind eye like how Trinidadians just close a blind eye, they'll be talking like some of them. Because your family ain't get killed, because nobody in your family get raped, is a good job. 200 and 300 people getting killed a year. So I could be pleased. Is it because it's not happening to me? Because it's not happening to me, I am not pleased. You're still seeing there's a club approach in terms of dealing with the rich than the poor. And you're seeing that they don't show the face on TV. These people go to court. You just know when the case finishes, you just know nothing about it. But when you see the layman get charged, always on TV, the face in the papers class all over the place, and you don't even know the person's name. Suddenly you know the law when you're closing down parties.
All right.
But when you come to close down parties, I am not pleased. Those who are, I'm happy for them. You know, I somehow they call them to tell you, please, really, it's because you're not affected. And I feel shame we all study ourselves in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, thank you.
Get the pass of Google. Gary start off good, but he end up paying for him out.
In the middle of my situations, I ask God
342-0081 771-1791 and 466-5391. Let me take some more of your calls. Very, very interesting. What is your take? What is your take? We're doing an appraisal today on Gary Griffith. And I was one of them who believed that Gary could have, this is a great chance for Gary to, I believe that he could have, I was one of those who believed in him. Hello, good afternoon.
Good day, Pastor Google. I must say that Gary Griffith did start off good, but somewhere along the line, like he was overwhelmed and power get to his head. If you look at the crime situation in this country, you're seeing clearly that a law for the rich and a law for the poor. And as the individual who now spoke yesterday, you're seeing plenty unsolved murders. And you can see that police is for police, that to say, as you've seen, where, plenty things is being covered up. And it's sad. But if I was to rate Gary out of 100, I will give him 50.
50?
Presently, no. I truly believe he's the right man for the job. But his power getting to the individual. I watch how we handle somebody, for instance, with the media, how we are even the Prime Minister, and other things, etc. You understand? I believe, there's room for improvement. He's a human being. He's trying to endeavor best, but he's talking too much, like one. And apparently, every cockfight he wants to get in also too, and not bad. You understand? But at the end of the day, performance be back also, and I believe Gary is the right person for the job, but he needs to check himself. And, once he continue to be a no-nonsense individual, you understand? Because there are plenty rotten cops inside the police force who need to get rid of. And once he could deal with that, his performance will go straight up to 100.
So that just might take on it out of 100 for now, I'll give him 50. Unless he start to make an improvement in terms of trying to fix the corrupted couple we have inside the police force, yes, he will get 100. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Someone sent a message on Facebook, and this is the statement that they made. I love my Gigi bad, who without sin compelled the first stone, even Dr. Rowley, my beloved PM. I hear you. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Wow, I didn't realize it's so late. Pastor Google, I was going to say 45, but I think I'd say 50.
50.
You see when?
50.
Yeah, 50%. Half. But you see, when you make a lot of noise and you think that you can perform and you're getting paid to do something, you know, being a commissioner of police or being a police officer or anything, it's a challenging thing. It's very challenging because we are taught. I've had people I know, anyway, I don't want to get into that. It's not an easy thing to run the country. And you have to be fearless, right? You cannot favor some and not favor the other. And you know that we here seeing things like that. They are the untouchables. The Manning talk about it, we know that. All the fact they're the untouchables, right? And so maybe stores, he has to do a job. There are certain things that you would not get information on, but you have the job. It's you in the position. If the government decide to go into your area, you would say the micro manager, and that's what they're there for. They're the top leader. Okay. So if you don't want them to interfere with what you're doing, you have to do the job.
Okay.
Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, Mr. Google.
Dr. Min.
No. Gary Griffith has the ability to do the right thing in his work, but he's not balanced. What we want to see we want to see all crime go to court, not just sacrificing the poor and putting on the jail with them, the black people. Yes, in a sense, I would say the black people, But at the end of the day, when people is making remarks about the man thing and you only blah blah in him out, he should understand that words is silver, but silence is golden. And if the taxpayers' money, let's pay him. So when the rich who have the money, you understand, put the trust in money. We put in money in trust that we should get justice. You understand? And that is what we not getting. Mr. Griffith know everything about what's going on. All the corruption, Why is only the getting coming in? Why not putting them for behind the tall walls on them?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Have a good day.
All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother. How are you?
I am blessed, sir. How are you?
Uncle Gary Griffith is my Mike Tyson. He is my Mike Tyson. That man is getting the job done. So much of us call and we want the country fixed, we want to deal with crime. It's only when this thing come in our home we understand the importance of policing, boy. This man is doing such a wonderful job. I find he's doing a good job. And when they see the police service corrupt, I try to understand because my brother working in the block factory, I have hollow clay blocks, I have red blocks, I have foundation blocks home. My sister working Tech, I have electrical bulb, I have wire, what I can't even use. And it can go on and on and on and on. Every sector, every company, industry, factory, I know there is a level of corruption. And I'm not endorsing corruption, but I'm saying that to say the willingness and the bravery of the man is what I compliment him for.
All right.
Locked on and listeners.
Thank you very much. A comment on Facebook. And remember, you can join me on Facebook, type in the Street 919 FM. You can see the comments and you can hear what's going on. You can see what's happening live in the studio. All right, so a comment on Facebook. Someone on Facebook said, Gary is a PR commissioner. Hello, good afternoon. Hello?
Hello. So what am I really saying? It's okay for Gary to behave like that? Come on, man, get some sense. It's too old to be making them stupid remarks.
But what do you, how would you rate the commissioner?
2.
You give him a 2?
Yeah.
All right.
He is like, when you say, boys cry wolf, everybody feeling it's something, but it's nothing. I really did believe in Gary.
Why?
He left me wrong, man.
Why you believed in him? Tell me why.
Well, just like how everybody says start off okay, but wool over your eyes. But you see for what it is when all the other cases come up, nothing for the weak substance. I say weak substance because it is really no plant substance when coming to the other young fellas.
Right.
The email gate. And then Cambridge Analytica, that was the worst. That kicked me real hard. I can't take that one. That's it.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Pastor Google, I hear the goodly lady just mentioned the idea of wool over your eyes. We're not really looking at the situation, when I say rationally in Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, we are independent country, we are a republic, but we are part of the global village. And there are greater forces than our own government operating within our midst, and we're not paying attention to it. They think that, she talk about how Cambridge Analytica hurt her. But the thing is, you understand what Cambridge Analytica is all about? We keep talking about what this politician doing and what that politician doing, and we're not analyzing the characteristics of their behavior. And a position like the UNC, opposing everything that is beneficial to Trinidad and Tobago. Look, the other day I hear one gentleman talking about, yes, we can let CPEP go and start to utilize the Caroni land. Caroni all over again. Is the people, is we, the Calypso says we that's caused our own problem. Because we so much want to do like the big country out there, and you ain't seen what they take to get where they are. And you're coming here to try and institute something that cannot work because you're kicking yourself and you're mashing your own corn. You ain't understand that. We have so many things that we could do. We are creative people. You're supposed to understand your environment, know who and what is operating within your environment, and do the things that is necessary to put your environment on a good foundation and footing for the development of the entire nation, not just one community or one sect. And they're talking about, mental health. Look at this situation real now. You have big assistant to, when I say prominent president, want to kill themselves, shooting up the house, they have to go and get locked up. We had people who went Guyana and killed how many thousand people for the sake of what? And we still have that. We had one in Texas, Waco, Texas, the courage factor. We had an ex-madman in California. What is his name? Manson. And it keeps going on, and until we spiritually open our eyes and take a serious look at what we're doing to ourselves on this planet, we're going to end up in the same pit, right? That they call a bad.
Right.
So we are paying attention. We just, flowing. When they say you have the wool pull over your eyes, it's because you are the sheep.
Right.
And the bulls grow so long you can't see beyond it. Have a good day, Google.
Thank you.
Jesus. must be the center of my life.
I am kind of surprised, but not really. So we're doing an appraisal on Gary, and some people shocked by the statement of the caller when she said that she's giving him 2 on Facebook. There is someone is saying he did very good. He did very good things. All right. It's already 10 to 2. It's 1:51. And I think I could take about 2 more calls or 1 more call. So you can give me a call on 342-0081. I have a call on the line. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Yes, sir.
All right, listen now. I don't know if it is you saw the interview with Gary and Fazir.
I saw it. Yeah, you had several. Which one are you talking about?
Well, the latest one that he had.
Where he told him that how the TV6 lie and the Express lie?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Based on how it is, I'm seeing him behaving. I think, and you hear a lot of people say, well, he started off good. Everybody said he started off good.
Mm-hmm.
I want to believe that Mr. Griffith really needs a vacation. I'm not a big doctor or psychiatrist or anything, but that to me appears to be the foundations and the beginnings of a nervous breakdown. And maybe the stress of the job has gotten to Mr. Griffith.
All right. Let me take a next call.
Take it easy with him now. Let's take it easy with him.
All right. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
As far as Griffith is concerned, I think he's doing a very good job.
Uh-huh.
And Trinidad people don't understand a lot of things about the jobs that he's doing, and they're just running them out. As far as I'm concerned, he's doing a good job, and I don't know what's his problem now with the say you have to go on vacation. I hear people saying it because this and that.
Okay.
He need a rest is okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon.
When you want people to listen to your music, it is played nice. You understand? And then you just come with the boom boom. And when you can't take it now, you got to talk. Then people want to push you back. Everybody's saying, oh, he do a good job. Yeah, but you got to see for what it is.
Okay.
He's showing his colors. So right now, maybe very stupid. Put your foot in your mouth. We have to do now.
Take it out and start over. Thank you, caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, Gary Griffith is a very good crime fighter, but he needs to tone down a little bit. But when coming to crime, he is very good in that field. I could talk from experience. When I'm saying experience, my husband was murdered 40-something years now, and that was the days of Burroughs. Right? Burroughs was the man in those days. He's a second Burroughs when coming to crime, fighting crime. But he needs to tone down. Some things that's coming from his mouth is not pleasing. You understand? But other than that, he's a very good crime fighter. And I think the criminals will have the way where he going on holidays. They will have the way with that month. Okay? Bye-bye.
Okay. Caller, have to be really quick. Good afternoon.
Nothing didn't do a good job. But he was in a play, and the role he acted, it didn't work out.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon, caller. You have about 12 minutes.
I'll take 1 second. Next time when you do an appraisal, work with him with a rate and let me see how much of them will call and say he's doing a good job. Just work with him with a rate and see.
All right.
They talk. You talk. Come talk with us. On the street, 919 FM.
Listen what me tell you, we need more love in the ghetto. Sing some positive tune and send them get to you. Living in a conman, we don't need no God. Shock to them, boy, pam, brother, Jesus will provide. Jesus will provide. Hey, this is JARON, your brother, your cousin, your friend, your nephew, whoever you feel to call me, your son, whoever you feel to call me. Right, the original Jesus Youth, and it's all about this Wednesday, 8 p.m. Right, the 30th of September. We're going on live on Facebook. You're looking for Neil Iwer George Facebook, Iwer TV on YouTube, Iwer George Instagram, and it's all about lifting up the name of Jesus. Look in, log on, tune in, click, subscribe. Oh gosh, just the way I have to do it.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iwer George, Facebook Neil Iwer George, and YouTube Iwer TV. It's Iwer Stage.
Everybody just trust me, I'm gonna make it one day. Come and live this life and it practical. To survive this shit, man, I fit tactical. Say the right.
Yo, you don't know it's Lady Lava, Queen of the Freaks, and I will be live on Iwer Stage 1-on-1 from 8 p.m. So people, that's the 4th of October, right? And it's streaming live on Iwer George YouTube, Iwer George Instagram, Iwer George Facebook. It will also be streaming live from my page, right? So be sure to catch me, and I don't know. If you beat it, keep it a secret. Lady Lava, Queen of the Freaks.
Streaming live
in office are going to file me an injunction on public service. But every time a heavy rainfall by me
Bacchanal in the parang bacchanal. Now a man with a pan with some sand in his hand was driving a panel van. Went in a stand, park up the van, then walk in a parang van. So a man from the stand see the man from the van with the pan and sand in his hand. Take away the sand from the man with the pan and throw it on a parang man on the shovel. This is Trinidad Radio. Catch me live on 1-on-1 Iwer Stage, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram on Friday the 2nd of October from 7 p.m. Trinidad Radio.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iwer George, Facebook Neil Iwer George, and YouTube Iwer TV. It's Iwer Stage.